Assalamualaikum everybody. I had something really nice and lighthearted and inspiring and heartwarming planned for today, but then there's been a lot of updates. There's been a lot of things happening with the Burmese conflict, and it's been really distressing to me, so I just decided to go ahead and do a update video about the Burmese conflict and talk about what has been happening with it. First, I want to go back and correct some of the things that I did say in my last video. Not that they were completely inaccurate, but I wanted to add something more to it. So the Rohingya Muslims, which is the persecuted group of Muslims in this conflict, the Rohingya Muslims are made up of basically their ancestors were Bangladeshis that had migrated into Burma, but also a huge majority of that group is made up of Bangladeshi immigrants who came into Burma after 1948, after it got its independence from the British occupation. So after 1948, all of these Bangladeshis, and Burma has a rule that says that anyone who came into Burma after 1948 isn't considered a citizen. So that is why this group of Muslims is being persecuted, because they're not considered citizens according to that law. And that is why President Tian Shan said he wants to get rid of this group of people, and he wants them to basically go back to Bangladesh. Though 1948, that was like 60 years ago, So a lot of these people are in their second, third generations, and they've been living in Burma, they've been living in Myanmar for so long, and so they feel entitled to be there. Since 1948, since this persecution has started of this group of people, a lot of them have decided to go back to Bangladesh, and up till now, Bangladesh has about 200 to 250,000 refugees that it is taking care of over there. This group of people is basically a group without a nation, without citizenship of any country. Bangladesh, as of right now, is not. Sheikh Hasina of Bangladesh just said that they're not taking any more refugees in, and it's understandable, because they have, they've been burdened by all of these refugees that have been coming in over the last 50-60 years, and also they have Bangladesh itself is very, very overpopulated. It is also a very poor country. The people who live there don't have, enough food and money to live off of. So to take in all these refugees and then to provide them aid, to provide them things better than its own citizens, it seems kind of unfair and would basically throw off the whole dynamic of the country, So they're not taking in anybody right now. When President Tian Shan said, I don't want the Rohingya Muslims in my country anymore, there is an incident that did happen where it is said that a Buddhist woman was raped by a group of Muslim men. It's a claim. There hasn't been anything to prove it, but I don't want to make it seem like it's just been the Buddhists against the Muslims. There has been backlash from both sides, and it's always they did this, so I'm going to do this, and then they do this, and so they respond, and it's just been going back and forth, and that's why it's escalated to this degree. And the saddest part is that Aung San Suu Kyi, who has been this inspirational woman who just won the Nobel Peace Prize, and she is the opposition leader and the pro-democracy example of Myanmar. Even she's come out and said this week that that the Rohingya Muslims may not be considered Burmese citizens, and that's just so depressing, considering that these are people who have been living there. They consider this place their home. The aid that is able to get to Burma, that is able to get to the Arakan region, which is where the Rohingya Muslims live, is as soon as it enters the ports of Arakan, it's being looted by the locals. So the Rohingya Muslims aren't getting anything. All of it is going to the locals who are looting all of the aid. So sending anything as of right now is pretty meaningless, since the Muslims, the people who it's meant for, aren't the ones getting it. And finally, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is what we can do to raise awareness about this issue. In the last 1 to 2 weeks, this news has been getting a lot more attention than it was before. So I guess that is a positive thing, but I think as Muslims we should be doing more before this group of Muslims is exterminated. it's our right as human beings to bring some attention to this. So I want to ask you guys what we can do. I'm trying to get together a group of people who are interested in coming up with something. We can throw some ideas around. We can come up, I don't know, we can do a protest. We can put together a video about it, informing everybody about what happened. So let me know. You can get in touch with me personally if you know me personally, or leave a comment on the video and we'll figure something out. There is a petition that you can sign. I'm going to put the link down in the description box. You can sign the petition, and hopefully if we have enough people, you know, somebody will pay attention to it, because these online petitions, when you get a huge number of people signing them, they do make a difference, as it has been proven in the past. Also, I'm going to add another link in the description box of, it's a video from the Al Jazeera website about the Rohingya Muslims and what's been going on there, and it's just a discussion between a couple of people. You might find it interesting. It's about 25 minutes long, so it is kind of long, so it's up to you if you want to watch it. But inshallah, let's see what we can do and figure something out, and, you know, help out our brothers and Muslims who are suffering this great calamity. Alright, assalamu alaikum.